Hello and welcome back to Blues Fans TV. It's your boy Viper Sport Fuad. You know what, guys? It seems like you can't get rid of me. I do feel sorry for you. I can't lie. I do feel slightly sorry for you that you're having to continuously see my face on the channel. But guess what? You're going to have to see a lot more as I continue to do these live streams. Today being the very first pre-game analysis and reaction to Thomas Tuchel's press conference prior to our FA Cup game tomorrow against none other than the mighty Barnsley. That's right, Barnsley Football Club. This is ultimately the biggest game of the season. All right, no cap. I'm joking. Last time round, we faced Barnsley in the cup earlier this season. In the Carabao Cup, we beat them 6-0. So experience playing this Barnsley side so far this season. But nonetheless, I don't think it shouldn't be taken seriously. It's still a huge game in terms of the fact that it's the FA Cup. This is a winnable trophy. Anything can happen in the cup. We got to the final of it last year. And also the fact that Barnsley have played us this season. They have some sort of recognition of who we are. They you know, it's not unfamiliar territory to Barnsley. I see you guys in the chat. So yeah, it's not unfamiliar territory to Barnsley. And to be honest, the boys going up to Oakwell on a cold Thursday evening isn't the most motivational thing to do. It really isn't, because who you know, you want to be in the Premier League, you want to play in the bigger stadiums in front of fans and whatnot. The debate continues continuously, of course, but nonetheless, like I said, it's still a big game, and we still got to go and get the dub. Now we got to dive into the main topic of this video, which is obviously Thomas Tuchel's press conference from earlier. One of the main things we'll start off with is the fact that he loves to play in English football already. He is very excited about the FA Cup. I took that in quite interestingly, because for a foreign manager who's never managed in the Premier League to come over and say that, you know, the FA Cup is something he's been following since a kid and stuff like that, it goes to show the inspiration and motivation he has behind him to really succeed at the club. Every time this guy does a press conference, he seems to be adding more and more fans. It's ridiculous, but it's a positive sign regardless. So let's have a quick look at that. I'll pull that up for you guys right now. Just give me a second. Here we go. Where is it? Okay, so yeah, just a quick read of this. If I can pull it up, this would be absolutely huge. He said about the prospect of lifting the trophy. The FA Cup is one of the most prestigious cups in the world. It's played in Wembley. Even if you're a little boy in Germany with no internet at the time, with no sports channels where you can watch every game like nowadays, for sure you know the word Wembley and the words FA Cup. You know that is a big game and a big goal to achieve, but my approach is always that tomorrow is the most important game of this cup campaign, because tomorrow is a decisive match and is an elimination match, and we all know very well that we can expect anything in the game of football, so we have to go step by step. But for sure we do everything to prepare to win this game and then go on to the next round. When we play in any competition, we play to win. So every round in any cup competition is the most important round, because it's an elimination game, and we have to be totally focused and totally on point tomorrow when the match starts to finish. And I think it's just important, man, because the league is so up and down. Anything can happen. I mean, we were 10th and now we're 5th. It's like it's a never-ending roller coaster. So the cup, we always know it's full of shocks, but you know, we've been successful in the cup many a times, and I mean, even last year we made it into the final. So if he can win the cup in his first reign, in his first few months as Chelsea boss, that's going to be fantastic. But the more important news comes, and I think the more intriguing thing for us Chelsea fans is the fact that some of the players that we've been waiting to see start are going to start. He did mention the fact that there's going to be a lot of changes, but yet full intensity. One of the main changes that caught my eye, and I'm sure caught a lot of people's eye, is this man right here, Hakim Ziyech. Now, not had much starts recently, hasn't featured much. I don't think he's featured at all. Like, I don't think he started under. No, he hasn't started under thingy Tuchel. But tomorrow he gets his opportunity. Before we do that, I completely forgot to tell you guys about this right here. Before we dive into anything else, I completely forgot. It left my mind. But the One Football app, right? This app right here, ladies and gentlemen, is a lifesaver. Now, if you are out and about and you're looking at the score, you need to find out the score, you need to find out the latest news, you should go ahead and download One Football onto your phone. It's a free app, and you can follow every team, every player, and every single goal, all on one single app. The link is down below in the description, and you can go ahead and download that. But like I said, it literally has everything, the news, the goals, the scores, everything you need. And you can also pinpoint what team you support and sort of dissect the news for your team if you don't want to hear about anyone else. Just like you're probably here for that same reason. You don't want to hear about any other team, so you want to know about the Mighty Blues. That's why you're here. You can do that on One Football by selecting Chelsea as your favorite team and all the competitions. And then, yeah, you get to keep up to date with all the news and all the scores. But make sure to do that. Go ahead and download that. Let's continue with that. ZIYECH, this is the thing. Tuchel did mention that in training he's been showing signs of good signs that he's shown in training, and he needs to prove it tomorrow. This is my main point. The thing about Hakim Ziyech so far is we've seen the wonderful balls he delivers. We've seen the whip of Hakim Ziyech. It's visible. I mean, the guy can put in a fantastic ball into the box, no doubt about it. But can you do that continuously and keep up with the pace of the English game? So far, I've not really seen it. Like, I've seen bits and bobs, but I've not seen the full game that he brings to the Premier League. I've not seen it. One of the main things that stood out for me is his tracking back. Doesn't seem like the guy is sort of into the game enough. Like, the biggest example would be in the Manchester City game, where I think it was our second or third goal we conceded. We had a free kick just outside the Man City box. He took it. I don't think it hit the wall. It went into the box, came back out, and Man City were on the counter attack. Now, when a team is on the counter attack and you have barely any defenders back because you're trying to get this free kick in, however you can get it in ahead from one of the defenders, big defenders in the box, you got to track back. You have to get back to you, regardless if you're not a defender. We saw Callum Hudson-Odoi obviously in a right wing back position, but still getting back. He loves to go forward, but he was getting back when he first played at the wing back position. My thing with ZIYECH is, in that situation, you didn't show it to us that you had the intensity and the fight to get back. I think he just went down and started tying his shoelaces. Like, bro, what are you doing? But nonetheless, I don't necessarily want to go outright and blame him for it, because I think new players, when they come to the Premier League, and Tuchel, I mentioned this in his press conference, he said that he's come from the Eredivisie and playing for Ajax, the best team in that league. Literally, like, you are the runners of that league. You run that league, you run that town, you run the whole thing over there. Coming to the Premier League and being in a team where we are one of the biggest teams in the Premier League, no doubt about it, one of the strongest teams, but we've got much more harder competition than they do in the Eredivisie, and the level of the game is completely different, in my opinion. So he's been adjusting to that, but tomorrow, I feel like it's been long enough. It's been way long enough, and he needs to really show that the money we paid for him, even though it wasn't as much in today's market, was worth it, because ultimately he was one of the players that I genuinely think most Chelsea fans were mostly excited for ZIYECH. They were excited about Werner and Havertz, but ZIYECH, because the price tag we got him at and the hype around him. Even when he played against us, he scored that wonderful free kick. Don't know how that went in, but he had a lot of hype, and people talk about Havertz and Werner not living up to it. I think ZIYECH has still got something to prove, because you can't just do your speciality and expect everyone to admire you. Not like I'm saying he wants to do that, but it's one of those things that that just has to be done. Danger Kid Axe says ZIYECH is a better as a I think he meant AMF. Do you mean like a central attacking midfielder cam than a right wing? I do agree. I've seen, I see the style of his play. He would probably suit, and I think he did play at Ajax more or less, more so suiting that position in terms of playing as a cam rather than a right wing. A right winger for me, this is an ongoing discussion on my channel as well, Viper Sport. If you want to go check it out, make sure to do that. But it's an ongoing debate on my channel, and the fact that as a winger, it sounds so basic, right? It sounds so basic. You probably think I'm dumb. as a winger, one of the main key elements of being a winger is running at the defense. Like, with especially in this league, more than anything, like you can't just mingle about on the wing, bro. You gotta be doing some sort of source, some sort of intensity. That a winger has a speciality to his game, which separates him from everyone else. That's why he's a winger. Eden Hazard has it. Callum Hudson-Odoi has it. The way Callum Hudson-Odoi plays, source, absolute source, and I feel like we will see him develop over time as we are. So yeah, I don't think Ziyech necessarily has that to the extent of what he can offer as a cam. As a cam, I'm sure he's a lot more creative, looking for the right passes, looking for the right whip, and that's his main speciality. But even though we're talking about these positions, oh, he shouldn't play right wing, he should play cam. The main thing is you got to live up to the intensity of the league, and I think he will. I mean, look, we've had many players come through at Chelsea. De Bruyne, Salah, these men came at Chelsea, and we didn't give them enough time to go and show themselves and show what they were really about. They had to get used to the pace of the league. De Bruyne, I mean, he barely did anything. He was young as well. So these men are going to get used to it, just time, but more playing time. And I'm glad that I think everything's just happened at the right time for everything. I mean, a new manager coming out, he wants to test all his new players. So these guys are going to get playing time. And people like ZIYECH, Havertz and Werner need playing time to adjust to the intensity of the league. So I'm more than happy that he will be playing against Barnsley. And I really want to see like an absolute quality performance, absolutely top-notch quality performance, as I say. ZIYECH needs to prove himself against better opposition. 100% he does. I do agree with you. But the thing is, like I just said, you've got to build your way through. Look what they're doing with Timo Werner right now. Timo Werner hasn't scored a goal in I don't know how many games, but Tuchel's playing him, and not just because of the fact that he probably wants that pace and movement, but the fact that he's building up this confidence. He got man of the match the other day because of his runs. He won the penalty and all this and that. But that's building up his confidence. So the same thing with ZIYECH, the same thing with Havertz. You got to play these guys because at the end of the day, if they get dropped, more media speculation. Oh, all this money spent for what? He's on the bench. They hear that. It's gone into their head. It's no good. It's no good. So I'm more than happy to see these men play against Barnsley and build themselves up. Let me see. Yeah, I read that out. That's exactly. We agree with you. No, I actually played more of the right wing, and De Jong and Van der Beek played CM and center attacking mid. I'm sure he played center attacking mid at times as well, and then they were talking about how good he was at center attacking mid. Kante to start. This is actually literally the next thing I'm going to go on to. Kante, another player that's been, I wouldn't say singled out of the Chelsea squad, but he, with the whole, he had the injury, of course, but also at the same time, Amish says, how can we fit Kante into our midfield again? I'm just getting onto that. At the same time, this revolution again of man like Jorginho and Kovacic. I always backed Kovacic. I thought he was absolutely class. Ever since like he came in after a few games, man reminded me of Hazard, and he just got better and better and better. Kovacic is class. Jorginho is class, and them two in this midfield, class. Literally, absolutely top-notch quality, like I say. All right. Kante as a DM, we saw struggles there. He gives away a lot of fouls, but he works in a pivot as well. So I don't know. We have to wait and see. I think one of the things I mentioned was I felt like Kante's game was going down compared to like 2 seasons ago. Natural, the guy's getting older. People peak at different times, but I think he's still one of the best midfielders in the world, and he can still play in our team. It just depends how Tuchel plays him. But the most interesting thing was how Tuchel was talking about Kante, which gave me a lot of confidence in the way he's gonna sort of train and play and build up N'Golo Kante. I'm just gonna pull this up right here. Let's see if I can find the part where he speaks about N'Golo Kante. So here we go. N'Golo will start tomorrow. Hold on, you know what? We need to spice it up, lads. We need to absolutely spice it up. What's going on? Why have I got black edges? This is not going to happen. We got to add a bit of blue. That's what we're talking about now. I'm liking this. All right, let's go. Everybody deserves to be on the pitch, and there are some players who have suffered some of the although that's not the one. And N'Golo will start tomorrow, and I'm happy. I'm so happy to have him back again. We put him on the pitch against Tottenham, and he helped everybody on the pitch, which is what he does. I'm sure he spoke about more about Kante. Hold on. Where's the Kante part? Okay. Hakim. No, that's Hakim. Oh, so they just only put the one line about Kante. But he actually had like a full. I'm not even joking. Like I was watching the press conference. There was a good 3-minute segment of him just praising Kante about how he used to. I think I noted it down here. We used to like. He fits into every manager's plans. He was desperate to have him in any of his teams, PSG and Dortmund. I mean, that's a big statement. And one of the best midfielders in the world. He showed him a lot of love, like a lot of love in that press conference if you go watching back. And that's good because that shows that even though so far that he's playing Kovacic and Jorginho in that midfield, and seems like it's working for him, that he still is identifying the fact that N'Golo Kante is one of our best players and one of the best midfielders in the world. It is not like he singled him out, didn't say anything mad. He showed him mad love. So again, I think it's not even the fact that Tuchel's picked Jorginho and Kovacic as his main midfield. Like, I don't think it's that. I think it's more so still testing, but also changing, pivoting, seeing what you can do. So that's going to be good. I want to see Kante in a full 90 against Barnsley tomorrow. And because listen, I've watched a lot of games this season where I've seen Kante struggle. Okay, I've seen him come on. I've seen him make a ton of fouls, man. Like, he's a very physical player, but it just doesn't seem the certain way that Frank was playing. It just doesn't suit him. So that's why I'm even more excited. Like I said, Tuchel being absolutely gassed about Kante makes you feel a bit more ease, because it seems like he's acknowledging the entire squad, not singling anyone out, and making sure everyone's getting game time. And again, it's going to be very interesting to see how Kante plays a full 90 under Thomas Tuchel. Now let's talk about. So I'm just reading some of these comments. If you guys have any questions for me, by the way, just shoot it up and we'll speak about it. But let's talk about the one, the only Thiago Silva. Now let me pull this back up. There we go. Right, Thiago Silva. He's not silly. He's one of the best. He's probably our best player so far this season. Thiago Silva did get a knock. I think it was in the Spurs game. And this is what it says here. Thiago is out tomorrow for sure. He feels better and better though, which is good, and he's getting the right treatment. One thing we can be sure of with Thiago, though, is that he will be spending every minute available to him to speed up the process of healing. It is a muscle injury though, so we cannot force it, and we will wait for Thiago. Listen, Thiago Silva is the only player, apart from Mendy, that has outright, and Chilwell-ish, but Thiago Silva the most because of his age and the league he came from. He has literally, I don't know what word to use, bro. I don't know what word to use. Listen, this man, fantastic. I absolutely adore him. I was so excited when we signed him. In the summer, we signed all these men, all these players for all the money we spent, and I was still more gassed about Thiago Silva just because of the fact of, where he's come from, his career, and just the level of player he is. Of course, there was the worry of, has Thiago Silva got it in the bag? Can he still be the Thiago Silva of yesterday? Proven it in the Premier League as well. What an athlete! What an absolute athlete, professional. I don't care if he doesn't play against Barnsley. Of course, he's not, because he's injured. But even if he wasn't injured, I'd probably want him rested. He's a bit older, so injuries can happen more frequently to those who are older and have been playing for so long. So I am not us, mate. Bench the man if he was playing, if he had no injuries. Drop him completely, because this is the guy we need in the big games. When we're playing in the Premier League, when we've got a massive game this month in the Champions League, we get him back for that. That's going to be huge. So inshallah, we get him back for that. We need him back for that game against Atletico Madrid. So yeah, he's injured, but like I'm confident, and I think I agree with Thomas Tuchel. Like I said, for him to prove what he's proven already in the Premier League, he's an absolute professional. So I know the guy's probably doing mad rehab right now back at home on his own while playing FIFA. He plays FIFA, doesn't he? So he'll probably be on pro clubs with the lads and doing his stretches and whatnot, and his warm-ups to try get to full fitness. I'm gonna talk about predict lineup. Just give me a second just to see. Oh, actually, one of the questions that was asked, interestingly, was a transfer question. So he was asked about Haaland and Upamecano. I can't pronounce the geezer's name. Yeah, he didn't answer it correctly, but the facial expressions excited me. Can't lie. Obviously, we've been heavily linked to both. The Haaland one I was pretty surprised with the fact that we got Timo Werner, Abraham, Giroud, and we just spent a hell of a lot of money recently. So I was pretty shocked with that. I can't lie, but would I take him in the team? 100%, I'd take him in the team. When Tuchel was asked about it by one of the press media members, he just he laughed at it, but he goes, "Those decisions will be discussed behind closed doors." But I don't know. Maybe I'm looking a bit too into it. Maybe I'm dissecting the situation a little bit too much, right? But hey, I'll take them. I'll take them both. But open hands. Chelsea got the money, spend it. I don't care. But yeah, those questions were thrown in. Let me know what you guys think. Is Haaland and Upper I can't pronounce his name. You know what I'm talking about, Upper Meccano. Should we take him? Should we really go for him in the summer? Especially if we're having a similar situation with Werner and all these man. If it's still the same, we might sell a few defenders come the summer. Who knows? So. We'll see about that. Before I get to questions, make sure you've already liked this video so we can push it to more Chelsea fans and they can see the preview for tomorrow's big game against Barnsley. I'm telling you, lads, biggest game of the season. Before I answer questions, actually, let me tell you the time I went to Barnsley. Right, it's a special place. I can't lie. I don't know if any of you have been to a Chelsea Barnsley game. Obviously, we can't go. It is away. Remember, it's at Oakwell. And it's an interesting ground. It's got a very old school feel to it. It's like on an off-road, yeah. And one of the stands is really just classic old. There's nothing new about it. But then there's a huge ass stand on the side, bro, just chilling. And it's freezing. I was working as a steward. I don't really know why they hired me as a steward because man's 5'5". I don't know what I'm gonna do. I got hands though, I can't lie. I got hands, so I'll probably handle it. But I'm messing. I was still in the game and one of the Barnsley games, and it's an alright ground for a lower level team. But anyway, we're at Oakwell tomorrow. Hopefully we get the win and move on. Danger Kid Axe says it's a very dangerous name. Maybe the formation tomorrow will be a 4-2-1-3 or a 4-3-3. I think he's gonna stick with what he's got. 3 defenders, 2 wing backs, 2 in the middle, and then 3 up top as he's been doing. I don't think formation is one of the things we don't need to change. We need style at the moment, especially this point of the season where we know that this is working. We know that we're dominating the ball when we play like this under Tuchel. So why would you go out and change formation? I don't think it's a necessity. I think you want to stay in your lane and there's a power in that. There's a power in staying in your own lane. I say this so much. My friends watching probably think it's mad, but yeah, staying in your own lane is a powerful thing, and I think it's the same thing when it comes to football managers and styles, especially when they've just started and they're seeing success with that formation. There's no need to change it. If you've been at the club for a while and you're seeing some things that need to be changed, then you go and do it. But I think go with the same formation that we always do. Talk about predicted lineup, says David Newman. All right. I want to see Kepa in goal. I want to see Christensen. Zuma, if he's Zuma's available. Zuma, Christensen, and I want to see who else do I want to see there? Zuma, Christensen, Aspi, Zuma, Christensen, and then I want to see Chilwell, left wing back, and I want to see Callum Hudson-Odoi, right wing back. I want to see Kante and Jorginho in the middle. And then I want to see the 6. Hold on. So I've done Kepa, 1, 2, 3 defenders, 2 wing backs. I've done 2 in the middle. And then I want to see Timo Werner up front. I want to see ZIYECH and Havertz just behind him. So that's my sort of lineup. So maybe a 2 and a 1, but I know he plays like a 3. It's interesting, but maybe a 2 and a 1, like 2 cams, ZH and Havertz. I'd like that actually. That's quite intriguing. That front 3 should absolutely batter Barnsley. Seriously, we should. If we don't beat them, honestly, if this game's not over by halftime, I'm gonna cry because all due respect to Barnsley, you're doing your thing, lads. All right, I respect you for facing us for the second time, Premier League team and all of that shabazz, but we should be dealing with you. I'm not gonna lie. I wish Chelsea's men's team win like the women's team. Our women's team are doing a bit. Yo, big shout out to our women's team. They're doing bits. As per. But hey, our men's team are doing good nowadays as well. Relax. What's my thought if we had Bamford instead of Tammy? Those questions I'll probably answer like a manager. Like it's one of those situations where both of them are really good strikers. Bamford's obviously having an amazing run of form right now, as he's been having. Tammy, not so much. Up and down, up and down. And the styles of each teams are different. Bielsa plays a completely different style at Leeds, and Tuchel right now does, or Frank did at Chelsea. So it's hard to compare. But Bamford always, for me, was one of those players in our youth academy that was always shining. Like the guy never really, shied away. He was always in the headlines as a Chelsea youngster, so I was kind of disappointed to see him go. But yeah, it is what it is. One of those things that you just got to move on. Christensen and Rudiger should be sold. They ain't consistent enough. Listen, if Lewis is in here, he's gonna love me for this. Let me just do this real quick. Bosh, Andres Christensen, boys and girls. This man is absolutely top-notch quality. Do not disrespect this man. Listen, no, Christensen is. Hey, recently I've not been seeing faults in him when he's played. I can't lie. Obviously, earlier in the season he did a madness, but he's an all right defender. If you think about it, this man's been at the club. No, I'm not just saying as his youth career, but I'm talking about he played in that one Barca game. I remember he did play in that Barca game. Like he's been about for a second, so he's a good defender, man. Rudiger, I'm a bit iffy with because I've seen him do mistakes many a times and whatnot. So I'm a bit iffy with Rudiger. But right now, we'll see what happens in the summer, who we sell. I mean, we let go of this man. I mean, come on, boys. We can't be selling any defenders right now. We just let go of Fikayo Tomori. I mean, I really don't know why we did, unless we actually don't let him sign for AC or AC don't sign him on a permanent, which I can't see happening because apparently he's having a great time over in Italy. Then, this is sad, bruv. I don't want to look at that anymore. Made me teary, baby. Tear up. Anyway, what are we next? Are you Indian? No, I'm not. To be honest, I like the way Kante's been used to kill off games. Yeah, he's been coming on as a sub and he's been doing all right, but I'm really intrigued to see him play a full 90 tomorrow. Put a more attacking lineup. Put Cho right wing back and Pulisic left wing back. Pulisic. Now that's a name that I forgot for a second. It's because Tuchel dropped him, was in the last game of the game before. So I was like, man. But yeah, Pulisic. How can I forget my favorite player at the club? I don't know if we want to see him play against Barnsley. I'd rather him come on as a sub because I know the level of Pulisic. He's played already many times. And I'm not really fussed to see him against Barnsley. But he can come on like the 60th, 70th minute and get some work in. But I wouldn't be mad if Pulisic didn't stop. Let's see. We need to go 4-3-2-1. Give a defender a rest. We don't need 3 at the back against Barnsley. Sorry. It goes back to my point of saying that I don't really think that we should be changing formations. Not right now. You want to stick to a system where, regardless of the team we're playing, lads, honestly, this is the thing that people need to realize. Regardless of the team we're playing, changing formations is a big thing in football because you're ultimately changing the style of play almost, and where people are. You want to have a flow state in one position, and the formation we're playing, guys, is fine. So I really wouldn't change it at all, to be honest. He said 4-2-3-1. So you're thinking 4 full defenders, no wing backs, and then 2 sitting, 3, and then 1. Yeah, again, I've already explained that. So I can see your point, but at the same time, I think my counterpoint is fair as well. Danish Maldini. Do you have Chelsea DVDs? I don't have any Chelsea DVDs. It'd be cool if I had a load behind me. We should never sold Lampley. Yeah, Lampley is a strange one because another guy that I get vexed about, man. Why did we sell him? Seriously, why did we sell Tariq? Man had one senior game, yeah, smashed it. That's a dead trim, by the way. So that's why I got a cap on. But I even almost took my cap off. Yeah, listen. Why? Why would you let go of a man who, in his first senior game, I think it was even against Arsenal, wasn't it? He banged it, bro. He did a madness. He did an absolute madness. And I really don't know why we let him go. But I think it was more so, it might have been a thing on Tariq's side where he wanted a bit more assurance of playing first team football. And you know, I'm happy to see him succeed, and I wish him nothing but the best. He's a fantastic player. Would he have been comfortable being a backup for Reece or Cesar, or being the third choice even? Maybe he was the third choice. So yeah, it wouldn't be fair on him, you know. I would play some youth, to be honest. That's a very good point, actually. I didn't really think of that. I want to see Billy Gilmore in action. So I wouldn't mind seeing Billy Gilmore in action. I don't know who else you'd want to play, because we have so many like first team squad players that need time as well. So giving youth players a run out, you're kind of missing out on an opportunity of letting the likes of ZIYECH, who's not had the best run, play, letting the likes of Chilwell, who's been dropped a few times, play. So I think it's a tricky one. It depends what Tuchel goes for. The final word says Kepa, Emerson, Chris, Zuma, James, Gilmore, Conte, Pulisic, Havertz, ZIYECH, Tammy. The Emerson one's interesting, actually, because I completely forgot that Emerson's there as well. So I think Emerson might start over Chilwell. Actually, I might even change it. In my predicted lineup, I'd probably go for Emerson over Chilwell, to be honest. I'd probably go for that, because Emerson's a quality player and we want to see him play. So I would actually start him. Man said Kanye, not Kanye. Listen, if you had Kanye West in our team, sauce. Yeah, this is what I thought. Chelsea didn't sell Lampley. He wanted to leave to get to first team football. He doesn't want to sit on the bench. Fair play. I mean, he knows his talents, he knows his worth, and I respect him for actually having the balls to leave the club, because you're at a club where I'm sure he was getting paid a fine amount. And you know, you're at a big club. Ultimately, you could break through and become a starter if you. But the thing is, you had mad competition around. Obviously, politics involved. You don't want to see Aspie still being sold or dropped, because he's still a good player. So yeah, I think it's a fair decision, to be honest. Will Chelsea get top 4? I believe we can, lads. I really do believe we can get top 4. It's a matter of staying consistent now. We're 1 point off Liverpool. Liverpool have Leicester, by the way, if you guys didn't know. Liverpool have Leicester. And Leicester are a good team. Let's not forget that. We remember 2-0. We really do remember 2-0. So they have Leicester at the weekend, Saturday. If you actually want to watch the Liverpool-Leicester game, Viper Sport, make sure you're subscribed. Go ahead and do that. Make sure you subscribe here as well before you go to my channel. But yeah, Liverpool-Leicester, and then we've got Newcastle on Monday. Now, I'm not saying Newcastle are going to be a walk of a team, a walk in the park. Not at all, to be honest with you, because it's the Premier League. But, you know, if we can pick up 3 points against Newcastle and Liverpool drop points, boys, what's happened? Liverpool fans, if they ever watch this, I know they're not going to watch it, but send this message out to Liverpool. Someone clip it and tell them, Liverpool fans, we're coming for you. We are. We're only a point behind. So, you know, we don't go level on points. Yeah, I say level on points. We go above them. What the hell am I talking about? We're a point behind them. So if they lose and we win, we go above them. Fantastic. This is a very interesting question, actually. Yes, I really do. Now, I don't know his level of football right now, because I haven't watched him play for a while. But Charlie Musonda a few years ago was my favorite youngster. When he went to Spain, I remember watching those highlights on YouTube. I was like, ooh, man, like Charlie chopping it up. Charlie chopping it up in the La Liga. He's a big guy now, you know. Actually, let me pull up a video. So when we talk about Charlie Musonda, when he played a few games for the first team, it was very interesting, because he was a small guy, you know. He wasn't necessarily big, especially for a winger. He was not just short, but he was quite, like, not muscular. He was a small guy. But now, yeah, man's yo, this is Charlie Musonda, bruv. This is the same man. He has been on some protein powder that I need, because I'm trying to gain like that. That's Charlie, bro. That's amazing. Wow, fantastic transformation, if you want to call that, or maybe improvement on his body. But he's training. Look, this is a little clip of him training at Cobham. So he is training at Cobham. He's at Chelsea. So yeah, you know what? Actually, I want to see him play against Barnsley. I don't know if that will happen, but 100% that I want to see Charlie Musonda in the team. I really, really do. I think he was a fan. If he's got any sauce left from what he had or what he showed us before, I want to see this man in our team. He's fantastic, honestly. He needs to impress. What do you mean he needs to impress? Who? What? Musonda. Musonda probably because he's not played in the first team for a while. If you're talking about ZIYECH, it's about. Oh, okay, you're talking about the title. Okay, fair enough. Yeah. Well, he does. I mean, he's been all right. Like I said, if you watch the beginning of this video, I literally said in the beginning, when I first spoke about ZIYECH, is the fact that man's doing all right. Like he's putting the balls. ZIYECH ball. If you watch my pro clubs, you know Vibe Sport. ZIYECH ball is fantastic, but the Premier League isn't just one pass and that's it. Alhamdulillah, it's not that, bro. The Premier League is intensity, right? You got, regardless of what position you play, you got to be aware and alert every time. And the biggest example I gave, you don't need to go and watch it, I'll tell you now, is against the Man City game. He whipped a ball in, didn't get, I think he got in the box, got cleared out. Man City on the counter attack, he didn't get back. He was like jogging back, lethargic. You know, you got to get back, if especially when the team's on the counter attack and you're probably one of the furthest players out. You've got to be sprinting back, even if you're not a defender in those situations. So he's been a bit lethargic in his play. So that's what I meant. Anyway, I'll move on because I spoke about it. What about Kai Havertz? Yeah, I mentioned him. I want to see him start tomorrow. So yeah. Yeah, and we only beat a 20th side 2-1 and we played so bad. You, man, bro. How many times have we got to say that Sheffield United, yeah, are, regardless of them being bottom, are a good team? Are this if it's look, guys, honestly, before you ask those questions, just examine the league. Mark, I'm sure you're a fantastic, lovely geezer. Much love and respect for tuning in, and being an extra viewer. Massive respect to you. Massive kudos, my friend. But Sheffield United are a good team. They play rugged football, bro. And our managers just come in. So to say that we held off a rugged Sheffield United... Remember, the Sheffield United team just beat second of the league Manchester United recently. Don't forget about that. Man United are on good form, let's be honest. And they got beat by Sheffield United. So, yeah, we'll move on from that. We didn't play so bad. We could have done better, but, you know, we held it. We got the win. Big up, mate. What's your name? And are you a new member of the BFTV? So, quick one. If you know me, then you're a legend because I've done videos on here before. We do the pre-game reaction to the starting 11, and I've done a few other videos being on watch-alongs, but I am a member of BFTV. My name is Fuad, and I run Viper Sport. So if you want to see more of me, make sure to go in. Why do I keep plugging myself? I'm going to stop that now. But yeah, Viper Sport, whatever. Do whatever you want with it. Okay, what are we looking at? I can still remember he was very happy after the final whistle coming towards Lampard, but and I encourage him in a damn straight. Is this about ZIYECH? Let me know if that was about ZIYECH. Where are we? I just lost the comments. Okay, here we go. We parked the bus again. Okay, no, I answered that. Let's see. No, he doesn't need to. It's Barnsley. You can't measure a player on that. All right, guys. When you're talking about a player, just let me know who you're talking about, because sometimes I've spoke about so many players in the last 10 minutes. Just let me know. Do you remember Antonio Conte? No. Of course I do. Musonda said on his story he would be back in March. Very excited. March is next month, so let's go. What's your score prediction tomorrow? 7-0, boys. I'm saying it live and direct here on the preview. 7-0. I want a 7-0 victory tomorrow. We beat him 6 last time. I want 7. I want a Timo hat trick. All right, 7-0. I want ZIYECH and Andres to hit the gym a bit. They will get bullied on the field. It could be a fair point, but I don't think they necessarily... ZIYECH is strong from what I remember. I'm sure he's not that weak. It's not all about muscle, lad. It's just about strength. Did I even make sense? Sorry to all the sports science people watching. Yeah, that's a good point. There were many players who were promising to end beginning on loan and boom, sold or go for free. It's Chelsea's youth system is so good that it's almost like it backfires when you have such a good youth system that some of the sickest players won't make it into the first team because you've got too much to deal with. And when you're a club like Chelsea, not only when you have a good development team, when you have so much money and when you're such a big of a club that you have these incredible first team players, it makes it very difficult for those youth setup players to break in. So being the best having the best youth setup doesn't necessarily mean you're going to have a ton of youth players in your starting 11. Richarlison. What are you talking about? Oh, did Everton score? I'm not watching the game. Yo, how are you, my friend? Edward says, yo, Edward. Sheffield United. Sheffield played better against us than any other team since Tuchel. Again, we can't be looking into those things, honestly, because we didn't lose. We got 3 points. Can we just take this and move on? Yeah, I spoke about Haaland, bro. If you want to go back and watch that part, I spoke about him briefly. Tuchel was asked about him in the press conference. Spurs are losing. That's always very good. So, yeah, that's good. They're playing Everton, right? Richarlison's got. It must be that then. Do you think Loftus-Cheek, Barkley, and Musonda will play under Tuchel? Intriguing. I can't lie. I'm Loftus-Cheek is the one I'm excited about a lot. He just seems like someone Tuchel might work with. Barkley, I'm not really sure because we have so much midfielders. But again, the guy just goes and does sick at Aston Villa. I don't know. Musonda, I just want Musonda to play. So I don't know if again we have those players like ZIYECH, Hudson-Odoi, Pulisic. Will Musonda make it? I don't know. If he wants to stay and be a backup, maybe he will. Let's see. Everton are actually getting better and better. Everton have always been a good team right now. So we got to be aware. We're playing them. Well, not soon. I think we're playing them towards the end of the season. Time to start tomorrow. Maybe so. We spoke about the starting 11. So if you want to go back and watch what my starting 11 was, let me know what you think. Haha, the worst team in London in the mud. What do we think of Tottenham? That's all I'm going to say. Guys, if you haven't liked this video to up the algorithm, what are you doing? Please do that. I appreciate that. What position do you think? I speak some waffle sometimes. What position do you think we need to buy? Tough one, because I think we might need an extra centre back, a defender. Midfield wise, we're very packed, so I don't think we need anyone necessarily in midfield. Striker wise, it will depend what the players want in the summer. Will Tammy stay? Will Giroud stay? I don't know. We'll see. It's going to be a toss up, isn't it? I say we play Czech tomorrow for the laugh. Hey, I'm fully behind that. I am fully behind that. 3-1 to Everton. No way. Hold on. No way. Oh, it is as well. It is as well. That's so funny. Oh, what happened, Spurs? They scored in 3 minutes, to be fair. But yeah, they're losing 3-1. That's quite funny. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think so. It's extra. I say this. I do want to see Hazard back at Chelsea, even if he's just a guy that chills in the stands, because I love Eden Hazard, as we all do. Yeah, I don't think it's probably the best idea. It's a romantic idea, obviously, but do you really want to, put him into that model? We've got Pulisic, we've got a whole system right now, so I don't think that'll be the most cleverest idea, to be honest. And I don't think that it's something I'm gonna do. Everton! Let's not even sing the chant because I don't want everyone calling me plastic. But Everton, oh, fantastic, boys. Listen, Blues support Blues. Fantastic. I respect it. My respect for Everton Football Club has gone right up. All right. Let me just hold on for a second for the absolute bants. Let me just do this. Hold on. Let me just do this. Let me just be. Hold on. I'm gonna. This is gonna take like 10 seconds. Yeah. Hold on. Where's my speciality glasses at? I got them somewhere here. I know I have. I'm gonna slap them on for the bands. Oh, they're right back. I might drop my mic. Let me just slap this on. Let me just do this right now. This is gonna be good. Ooh, yeah, that's fantastic. That is absolutely top-notch quality. We love a bit of that, boys. Look at that. Doesn't that look absolutely wonderful? The worst team in London in the mud again. We'll just keep that up while I answer a few more questions. I think us, either City or Leicester, will make the FA Cup final. Fair point. We are getting Everton away next week. Is that? No, we're not. Is that next week? No, we've got Newcastle on Monday, and then we might actually have them. Do we? I swear I'm confused now. Hold on. Everton. We have Newcastle, and then we have Southampton. Yeah, we don't play Everton until the 6th of March. Oh, that might be next week. Hold on, I'm very confused. Allow me. That's not next week. What the hell? It's mid-February. Allow me, bro. I need some water. Yeah, that's nice as well. I didn't really know they were playing, but fair play. Musanda had a bad injury. He's simply not good enough for Chelsea, sad but true. I mean, has he had enough time to prove that to anyone? I don't think he has. So I'm you know, I would give him another chance, to be honest. That one dislike is from us. We got a dislike. Listen, now that we've got a dislike, I want everyone to go and like this video again. I don't know if you've liked it already, but like it again. We can't be having dislikes on the channel, lads. We can't be having that. Do you ever think we will see I have no idea where Marco van Ginkel has gone. I remember the day we signed him. I was at Stamford Bridge when we signed him. I literally remember the news coming through. But another player that I have no idea what happened. I thought he was going to be the next Kevin De Bruyne. Didn't really happen, did it? This definitely is very true. Spurs losing makes lockdown absolutely better. You know what? I have to do this for the absolute culture of life and like all of the good that comes with it. I have to just whip out the specials, all right? That is quality. Wait, that is quality. That is what we're here for. But we love that. Oh shit, is it 3-2? All right, let me remove that real quick. I can't be looking like a meme, boys. Listen, I can't be doing that. My bad. It's 3-2, yeah. Expressions or troops. Big up both of them, but both of their teams are whack. He's back on loan at Ajax, but he was out all of last season with bad injuries. I have no honestly. Is he at Ajax? I wouldn't even know. Really, that's crazy. I thought we sold him for some reason. And we got so many flipping players out on loan. It's hard to keep up. I need to do a loan watch. Hey, actually, that's a very good idea. Who wants a loan watch series? Maybe like every 2 weeks, we keep up to date with what's going on with our loan players. Let me know in the comments. Yeah, that would be mad. If I did like a loan watch where like I keep up to date with all these players and see what they're doing, watch some of their games and that. That might be useful. Yeah, might do that. I think Chelsea will win the FA Cup, not going to lie. I think we will win it. It'll do us a ton of good to win the FA Cup. It really would, because it'll boost the team's confidence and morale and everything. So I think it will do good. Thoughts on Emi Martinez? That's the player I thought we should have signed, but we probably didn't realize how good he was going to end up being for Aston Villa. Yeah, fantastic player. Okay. Any other questions? I'm going to stick around for a little bit more if you guys want. Like I said, guys, biggest game of the season tomorrow against Barnsley. What a game. But no, it is an important game, all jokes aside. Flipping the FA Cup, bro. Like I said, we've got to win that. Or at least get to the final. Do something good. It's a cup. Your name spelled Fuad. Yes, it's F-U-A-D. Hope you get Sheffield United in the next round at home. Nah, can't be bothered, man. Can't be bothered with those teams. You know, sometimes it's better getting a harder team, bro. I'm not going to lie. Because these Aggie teams, man, these man come like Nutella, sticky, and just it's irritating. I like Nutella, so that was a terrible analogy. I can't even lie. So I want a better team, to be honest, in the next round. Actually, maybe not in the next round. Maybe the round after that. There's only going to be good teams. Shut up, man. I talk waffle. Can't lie. How would you rather get top 4 but not win FA Cup, or win FA Cup and get 5th place and get to the quarterfinals of the Champions League? So I'd take the first one. I'd rather finish top 4. Silverware is fantastic. FA Cup's fantastic, but Champions League is just different. And get to the quarterfinals of the Champions League. Does that only come like I take that if we finish 5th? Because it makes no difference going out in the round of 16 in the quarterfinals. You're still lost, you know. Smaller teams are too defensive. Yeah, it's that they're aggy, bro. Like I said, they're like Nutella, bro. Like sticky and icky, man. Have you ever tried gooing out Nutella? I probably have because I'm a fat piece of lump, but I'm not gonna even talk about that. Bring on Lewis. Shall I actually bring on Lewis? Is Lewis still here? If Lewis is still here, I might bring him on. Well, last 10 minutes, like a quick chat before we shoot. Let me message him. Lewis. Yeah, it'll be good to have him on. Let's see. Any other questions though? If he doesn't come on, I'll shut it off. But if he comes on, we'll have a quick preview. The Mofi video, of course. Listen, I'm actually quite nervous about that Spurs score now. You know, it's 3-2. I want him to lose. Lewis is my brother. Lewis is everyone's brother. If he doesn't reply in the next minute, I'll just hop off. Lewis, man, come on, do your thing. Lewis, 3, 2, 1. Lamella just scored now. Bro, your stream's behind because he scored ages ago. He scored a while ago. ZIYECH, this was the main topic of the video. So if anyone's joining right now, do yourself a favor, click the red line and drag it back to the first quarter of the video, where I did go into depth about ZIYECH and what I expect from him and what I want from him. And this is one thing I spoke about quite a bit today. A change of formation. I don't want it. I don't want to try different tactics because I don't want to risk it. Listen, I know it's Barnsley, but it's the cup and we just want to get through it, and let's just stick to the tactics that we do have and just win the game. That's the most important thing. Because if we don't, then we're in trouble and we're going to get bantered, and I can't be bothered for another banter sesh with clubs that just give absolute hype. I really can't be bothered. So I rather us focus on the tactics we do have and the game style we do play. And like I said, if you play different tactics, it completely changes everything. So bond that, can't be bothered. And let's just focus on what we do have right now. Lewis has not replied, so I guess I will lock this off. Guys, make sure to subscribe to Fans TV and follow us on all our social channels. Make sure to subscribe to Vibe Sport as well. And make sure to tune in tomorrow. Before the game, I'll be doing a live reaction to the starting 11 and probably just go over bits and bobs that we've gone over today, but answer some of your guys' questions. And then Lewis will be live as he always is for a watch along. Let me see if he's coming on. Nope, no reply yet. So we're gonna love you and leave yous up the Blues, and we'll see you tomorrow. See you in a bit, guys.